Hi guys, welcome to the first week of August. Wow, we had a crazy week. The watch list was really performing, and I do have trade ideas up here. If you guys have followed me and you know my videos, you know that I absolutely love trade ideas. You can see this is one of my scanners that I have gap up movers with new highs. So basically these are the ones that have gapped up for the day or down. Right here is the negative, obviously, is down. So we had SYMC, if I can talk and spit it out. So this one opened down. So if you'd actually gotten in, this one I had on my short list for the day. However, if a resistance was broken, which was right here, go ahead and go long. Sure enough, many other people did too, and it ran up into the end of day. So these scanners and alerts are amazing. You know, these are the stocks that were really moving throughout the day. And I say this because Trade Ideas is having a special of 25% off with the discount code below in the comments. So just click on the link and go use that discount code if you want to try it for your first year or first month. And same if you're a short biased, there's some amazing shorts that we had as well. And if you guys subscribe or you are a subscriber, I'm happy to share these with you guys because that's what it's all about. Trade Ideas is a big trading community of people helping each other, which is also true in the trading room as well. So we'll get into the watch list for the week. Also, I do have a special coming up for the watch list next week for my birthday. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, this past year flew by. So we'll get into the SPY analysis. I was actually on timing research on Monday and the market was tanking and I thought, oh, hey, I think it's going to go down further, but I forgot that it hit this trend line and it should have bounced. And I said 60% confident that it was going to be red from open on Friday. Well, 100% wrong on that one. First time out of 3, so that's not so bad. Didn't have a position in the SPY, so glad to hear that I didn't go against myself on that. But you can see here we are, it did break this range right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of this line because I think that that line is no longer in existence as far as a resistance to be tested. But now we do have this trend line here, which is a downward trend line from back in January to the high of July 25th. So I would keep that on watch. So I would say roughly, you know, we're looking at this 284 range for potential pullback and then test of this upward trend line here. And then if this is broken, then we're going to continue going up, I believe, and we will be seeing, you know, further upward trend of this line right here, especially once this downward trend line is broken. So keep that on watch. If it does pull back, I think that this upward trend line will provide some resistance as well. So that is my analysis of the SPY going into the week. As always, guys, do your due diligence. I'm not a professional trader. Please make sure that you do trade with your own proper risk management, and these are all my opinions. So getting into the longs for the week. Oh, I also want to give you guys a quick heads up. On Wednesday night, a lot of people have asked me how I use Trade Ideas and how I create my list. So I was thinking on doing Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. A live video where I can share with you guys about, you know, what's going on and how I use the list, and how I use Trade Ideas. So if you guys are interested, please comment below and let me know that you are interested. And if always, you know, if you like my content, please go ahead, like and subscribe so you guys get it right in your inbox. So we'll go into here. So here, I had this on my watch list on Friday, another winner, you can see, and I have the resistance, and here we go, pull it back to the 15-minute chart here. So we have the high, I would say look for the high to be broken of this candle right here, 32.60, and resistance of 31. So keep that on watch for longs. It does have 8.84 million in the float and 49.27% short float volume on Friday. Next on the long list, we have IRMD. So on the 15-minute chart, support of 23.95 and resistance of 25.20. We'll pull it back on the yearly chart, and I'll go ahead and add this over here so you guys can see. Breaking out, you guys know I like the 52-week highs. It broke out on Wednesday, then Thursday a little pullback, and Friday a bigger surge. So we could see a little bit more of a pullback, but I think that it would probably go ahead and hold this level here and then continue on up. It does have 4.5 million in the float and 34% short float volume on Friday. Next on the long list, we have ABR. So we did have it, they do have this high of the year of 12 back here, so I would definitely keep that on watch. But I do think because it closed up at the high of the day on Friday, right at the pre-market high, it looks to me like it's going to go ahead and continue on up from here. I would put a support of 1141, resistance of 1175, and it does have 52 million in the float and 65% short float volume from Friday. So you can see here, this was a prior high, and we also had that pre-market high, like I said, on Wednesday. So look for the 12 level to be broken after 1175. So you've got a nice 25 cents at least right there. We'll go to the 5-year high, nothing all time. It looks like we're going to see 1249 probably as next resistance from there, and then on up to 1425. If you guys don't know it, right here is the high of each candle when I'm scrolling right here if you guys want to look at it. Next on the long list, Pgnx. This has 69.5 million in the float and 42.85% short float volume on Friday. Right there, closed up near 10 cents off of the high of the year. They did have this spike earlier on Tuesday, so it went to 950. That was not during the regular market hours, but I would watch that 950 level as well. So 929 first resistance to be broken, 950, and then we'll pull it back, and you can see nothing. Obviously I had this before back here on to watch as well, and you can see after that it looks like high here 1134, 1097, and then below that 11. So watch for 11 to be broken once 950 is broken. And then we have NGVC right here on the 15-minute list. So they had their earnings, great run up on Friday. Look for support of 1692, resistance of 1795. Again, all-time high for the year. We'll pull it back. 5-year high. It looks like we found a bit of a support level here that it used as resistance to hold it back a little bit. So look for that to break. If it does break, I think we're going to look up to 1960, and the next level of resistance above that, 2222. For our shorts for the week, we do have TLK. I would look for, this one has a small range to it from Friday, so I would say a support of 2368 and resistance of 2372. You can see on the yearly range, sweetheart, that it is at the low of the year, and if we pull it back, it looks like it's broken down below a prior support level and could continue on down here 2237, and then on down, potentially down to 2057. It does have 444 million in the float. Next on our short list, big one dropping down on Friday. You can see right here, let's go to our 15-minute chart. I had on the weekly there, sorry. So I would say support of 2680 and resistance of 2782. When we pull it back on the yearly chart, you can see, you can see that basically it is hitting all-time lows right here. And we pull it back on the 5-year chart, give you a better view. And you can see that we are down here at a prior support level. So if it does break down, look for 2320. If it breaks 2320, I think we've got a lot of room to the downside. It does have 42 million in the float. So we shall see. This could be a big buy-in range for longer term holding if it does hold the support level. However, if it breaks down, like I said, below that 23 or 2275 area, be cautious, because I would wait for it to have a curl up before getting into it. Next on the short list, we have Fun on Friday. So it's 50.11 for the support and 50.74 for resistance on our 15-minute chart. Pull it back out to the year. Obviously, I had it right here as well on the day that it dropped down. For obviously, it was a short that day as well, and then it broke, and it really has not broken that support line, which was now flipped to resistance in the past. So go ahead and keep it on watch as well. We had this one, which obviously had earnings on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Thursday down day, Friday down day. Might look for further continuation and then a potential bounce up from some shorts, just like we actually saw on Facebook. Let me get rid of these here. So on Facebook, you can see the little green day, two down days, hovered around here, one through consolidation, found the support level 170.21. I did have this on the long list for last week. I said, hey, long-term potential gains. So if you got in on Monday, even if you got in at the high of Monday, 175.36, you are looking at gains right now. We also had DPW on the long-term watch list from last week, and this one did drop down further and found a bottom down here at 42.40. Looks like it could continue up. We'll get back to those shorts. Sorry about that, got a little off topic. So anyways, I would look for fun to have a further continuation down and then potential run up on it. It does have 55 million in the float. Next we have IBP, again, hanging out at that 52-week low that was set. So 50.55, the low of the year. I would look for support, and then I would look for resistance of 51.10. We've got the VWAP from Friday right there at 51.45. And on the year, you can see it's an all-time low for the year. And here, it looks like we do have further support potentially down at 47. So I would look for another $2.50 move to the downside before I would anticipate a bounce on this. It does have 17 million in the float, so that could happen quickly and then run the shorts up. So keep it on watch. Next and final one on our short list is TWI, Titan International. Would look for support of the low of the year, 683, and resistance to be broken of 769. Pull it back on the year, you know it's the yearly low. On the 5-year, it looks like our next support level would be 595. So a nice 90 cents to the downside before I would anticipate an upward move to it. Once we get into our potential long-term swings for the week, we have Dolphin Entertainment. So I would look, you know, we've got it on the 5-year chart here. The all-time low here we have down pretty much about 72 cents. We are hanging around the low of the year here. It hit 290, 247 back here in April. So I would keep this one on watch, just see. I wouldn't necessarily enter it. I might look for a 266 entry down here to see if it holds. You know, if it holds this 3 level, that could be good support, but I think that really 260, 270 area would be better longer term entry. So just keep it on watch if you're looking for a longer term holding. And BCTR as well. I would look for this one. This one has hit the new 52-week low this past week. We'll pull it back on the daily chart. And so it hit it back here, 892 on Thursday. And I would look, it is, you know, curling up a little bit, but Fridays, many times you will see that some shorts will close it out and it will continue down. So look to see if it does hold the support level of 925. I would say it would be a better longer term entry because it does have, you know, a good $4 to the upside, which is roughly 50% move that you could anticipate if it were to get back up to the highs of the year. As always, guys, if you do like the content, please like and subscribe. Shoot your comments down below if there's something that you'd like to see, or you can also reach me at carpeprofit@gmail.com. As always, guys, carpe profit, and see you in the free trading room at Trade Ideas. Have a great week ahead.